Hey, good morning, guys. Got a nice trade on here. Wake up last night at 12 o'clock. Look at the Asian market. See, Hong Kong was just selling off. So I placed at the top of a zone here and I got filled. So I'm going to take this quick win here, guys. I'm up $1,400 here. $1,425 on one micro. No, $140 on a micro here on NQ. And an E-mini 1425. I'm taking the win, guys. 14, 13.95. Drop real fast. Pop up there a little fast. 140 here, guys. All right. Taking the win also. Okay. On the micro. A $1,500 trade, guys. Whew. That was an easy trade. But not an easy trade, right? So catch over 100 handles on the NASDAQ. The Dow was down 329 when I took that trade. The Nasdaq was down around 55, 58 points. One of the reasons for taking that trade was the zone. It had a whole bunch of sell zones. See all these sell zones here? So I figure if I go to the top of the one at the top of the zone and it cup up because it's on its way up. If I go back here, he was coming up here into a zone here, and I took the trade. Around here, all right. And I figure, okay, even if you pop up, you got a couple zones above here to deal with, all right. So the stop on top of the previous zone, I wake up this morning, took the stop off, and I just let it run. Came down, got the drop, rally up, come back here, drop, 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 drop. The bigger trend, the carryover from last night, the carryover from Friday was important to why we take the trade, right? So, and I show you why. I started my write up on here. What I was doing on Friday, I was looking at the market itself, right? When I look at the indices on Friday at the close, this what was happening on the future side. You got the YM close below the 100, which opened the door for most selling, all right, and in a deceleration stage, meaning it's more downside. You have NQ close at the 34 EMA, ES at the 89, XPX at the 50, and RTY close just above the 200. This is a recipe for disaster. This is a recipe for continuous selling. All right. And I look at it, at the revert to the mean charts. All right. So the bigger picture, when I did this quick analysis of the chart, the bigger picture, they were in a big downtrend. All right. If you follow, guys, follow my write up, you get anytime you break the 21, you open the door for most selling. Plus, if you get any bad news or any negative news globally, domestically and globally, concerning the virus, concerning geopolitical issues, concerning tapering, this market just flushes. But we could get a turn, what we call a turnaround Tuesday. So 1,500 on $20, right? It's 320 because I took a little trade last night and took it off for a $3 loss when I was trying to figure out the price action. And then I wait for the setup, put the trade on, got fill, and just let it run. I start with the micro first, then I take the E-mini. So when a micro making you $140, guys, right? Every $100 is 1,000 points. Follow? $50 is 500 points. $500 on an E-mini. So that's the ratio, 1/10, right? The micro is 1/10 of the E-mini. So put them on together, and that's what we get. $1,500 plus. Sorry I didn't load the boat in it, but I didn't want to stay up all night and trade. So if I load the boat, I would have had to sit at my desk. Okay? We're looking for that 10% pullback, am I right? So see if you could afford to wake up at night and trade, you could make money, right? Because this was terribly simple. The way the market set up on Friday. Hit supplies zone, rejected, rally up. You could play the zones all night. Hit the zone, momentum shift, and drop like a rock. You could wake up and trade these, put on volume, you can make the same money. You don't have to stay in the trade all night, right? Multiple opportunities. If we look at YM, well, I didn't play YM because YM was already down 300 points, right? But look at this. It's disaster. Look at this. All these sell zones. The sky is inside. Forget it. So look at this drop here, guys. Same time. Look. 2100, 9 o'clock. Asia market open. He fall off a cliff at 9:30. All right, from 2100 to here. Run. Just continue sliding down. Look at this. Open up. Just get flush. All right. Just get flush the time you open up. Bam, 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 bam. The Globex session. He was the weakest of them all, am I, based on my write-up, all right? He's the weakest. Look at these, man. Could have scalped this all night to make money. Could have get a couple $1,000 if you're up last night. If you do big picture analysis, like that's why I did my big picture analysis on Sunday. On Saturday, I create these files. Let me show you what I mean. Look at this. Why you see the door is open for most selling. Based on how we close on Friday, it was an indication we get a carryover. You just have to look for a spot to enter the trade, you know. So look at this here. This is where YM closed. Below the 100. NQ closed to 34. The dotted white line, here's the 100, all right? The purple line, a violet line, that's the 8 to 90 exponential EMA. Green, yellow, red, close to the 34. Look at the ES, all right? He closed here at the 55. And if we look at XPX, he closed here below the 50 simple. On RTY, he's in his own world, right? RTY close up here, right? The dotted line is a 100, and then he closed here. So, and if you look at the MACD, the squeeze fire short here, getting a little extended here on YM. So I'm looking for a turnaround Tuesday, the way we're setting up here. Down Friday, down Monday, we get a quick retrieve to the upside maybe tomorrow. Depends how we close today, but most likely. And all them MACD crossover. All the squeeze are looking to fire short. Guys, if the squeeze fire short on these other guys here, look at YM. Like seven days, am I right? 2, 4, 6 days on YM here. All right, where we went below the histogram. If these other guys fire short, all right, it's trouble. Then you could have another 6 days of these guys coming down. So this market is in trouble right now, guys. But we could get a little bounce on Tuesday. All right. One other thing, you could see that we were, even though we came down, we were still in an overbought situation. All right. We have the put call ratios at 6 to 6. We have the screw SKEW at 149. Even though the market pulled back last week, it's still showing you the market at these levels are still overbought. So you overbought, you could end up getting a nice correction, right? Okay, guys, that's my quick analysis there. Oh, one other thing here. This is what you look at also. This is an investing.com. I come out here and I look at the indices, the Globex indices. Look at this guy. So when I look at the market, I saw the Nikkei was up. He closed up. I saw South Korea. I saw Australia getting whacked 2%. I see China open up mix, right? You have the A50 Shanghai, Ginseng. All right, just trading kind of mix. But then look what happened with Hong Kong, with HINDSIGHT, 800 points. When I took that trade, HINDSIGHT was only down 300 points. So he got whacked. All right, as it go through the night into the close. And look what happened. India just sell off and continue selling off. But look what happened to the European market. They just get flushed. All right. A recipe for disaster. When you see something like that, that's trouble. And that was the index. Now, if we look here, we can see what the 10-year yield is doing. I've been grinding up last week all the time, just grinding. It's pulling back a little. We could look here, and we could see those the composite index for the Globex session. And look here, we could now come here and we could look at the future side. All right, and look, just all red, guys. So I took my little profit here on NQ. Well, not a little profit. It was a nice win. See, comes right into It still came down a little more into the zone. I got it to 155. I traded at 163. So he still dropped, but he come into a little zone here. Look, even if he bounce up here, he reach this zone. If you break this zone, you got this other zone here, this sell zone. So still in trouble. All right. But I got my win. I did create a daily chart on Ninja to actually show, the same setup I show on my chart. On Think and Swim. So I always keep a daily chart to look back and see how this market is trading. I'll show you guys. All right. Look at this setup. This setup, same setup. Look at this, guys. All right, using some Hikadashi candle here trend. You can see what happened here. I get a doji, and we just continue selling off here in ES. Look, see that? This is this session here. This is where ES closed on Friday here, and then open up here. Look at this. All right, he break this 100, the dotted line here, 100 exponential. It's trouble. MACD crossover right here. Look. Momentum shifting on the squeeze. Nice sell volume. All these magenta candles here. Histogram of sell 30% more volume. Just come down. It's not even oversold. Look at the RSI, guys. It's not an oversold. Right below the 50% level here on the RSI. Look. Still got more downside. All right. It's a daily chart. If we look here, Hawaii, the disaster. Look at this. Break through everything. Break through the 100. As I show you on the chart on Think and Swim. This is the Ninja version. Look at this. Look how you just stepping down. Get a doji here on Thursday. Friday, sell off. Sell off today. Yeah, so that's, I just want to show you guys how you know if this market can sell off. I didn't take advantage. I only got like one put spread on the spiders and the Qs, and one put remaining on Apple. I take off my Apple options too early, so I leave a lot of money on the table. XPX, I did a play on Friday for a pin at 44.50, and it just dropped like a rock. So I took a loss there. I did a nice trade on Microsoft, and I got out too early on Friday. I did a pin play of 300. Microsoft's trading at 305. I said it should come back to 300 based on the open interest at that level. Wasn't like 100%. The level wasn't 100%. but I figured he would come back. So I did a 2 wide, a 3 wide, I think. All right. Took it off too early. I took it off for $200 and I had 8 contracts. I would have made over $1,000, and all what I paid for them was 10 cents. 4 10 cents and 4.29 cents. I messed up that trade big time, getting out too early. It was an easy $1,200. I screwed up that trade, so I had to go fix my car. So I took it off early. Take my car to get the brakes changed, and it just sold off. And it sold off before I leave the house to go out, and so I messed up that trade big time. So, okay, guys, it's a quick recap.